Cody Bellinger said some strong things yesterday. He said the Astros stole the 2017 World Series from the Dodgers. He said Altuve stole the MVP from Judge. He said you guys cheated for 3 years. What is your reaction?
Well, usually I don't have problems when people talk about 2017 and about what happened that year, because honestly we're wrong. Everything that happened that year was absolutely wrong, and we obviously show remorse for that because we feel bad about everything that happened. We really feel bad about everything that happened in 2017. But the problem I have is when players go out there and they don't know the facts. They're not informed on the situation, and they just go out there in front of cameras and just talk. And with me, that doesn't seem right. It doesn't sit right at all. So when he talks about that we cheated for 3 years, I mean, he either doesn't know how to read, is really bad at reading comprehension, or is just not informed at all. But the commission's report clearly says that all those activities were conducted in 2017. 2018, nothing happened. 2019, nothing happened. It was just talented players playing the game of baseball with passion and winning ball games.
2018, it did say you guys did things.
Yeah, but it said about the code breaker, but not about the trash can or any of that. You know what I mean? So, that stuff it came from the top on the code breaker, but we don't know about that stuff down there. So when I look at those comments, like they're not true. 2018, we played clean. 2019, we got to a World Series playing clean baseball all around.
Carlos, 2018, you guys were using the replay room. I know Codebreaker emanated from the front office, but the players were using it. Report says the players were doing this.
That we're using what?
The replay room to decode signs and then use them out on the field.
No, and what I know as a player is that when in 2018, we from second base will try to get the signs, which is not illegal. It's what players do. But in 2018, we didn't use the trash can. We didn't use the center field camera. We didn't use any of that. The code breaker thingy that comes from on top. Players, like, honestly, Ken, I'm telling you the truth. Like, I didn't know about the code breaker thingy. Like, I'm trying to get to second base, trying to look at the signs and do what I have to do to help my team, which is not illegal. It's been done for years in baseball. You know what I mean?
Okay, but they still said that the commissioner's report still said you used the replay room.
Well, I don't know about that.
Okay.
So when I look at his comments, I think he's talking about the trash can and about that. And when fans hear those comments, they feel like we use the trash can and we use center field camera and all the cheating that all this scandal has been about. So I want to make it clear. 2018, we didn't use the trash can. We didn't use any of that. 2019, we didn't use the trash can. We didn't use none of that. So when I move forward and he talks about Altuve, and he says, Jose Altuve cheated Judge out of the MVP. I mean, Cody, like, you don't know the facts. We're all in there, and nobody wants to talk about this, but I'm going to talk about this. Jose Altuve was the one guy that didn't use the trash can. A few times that the trash can was banged was without his consent. And he will go inside the clubhouse, inside the dugout, to whoever was banging the trash can, and he'll get pissed. He'll get mad. He'll say, I don't want this. I can hit like this. Don't you do that to me. He played the game clean. The data of the bangs that's on Twitter or whatever, it shows it. Altuve played clean the whole year. When you look at Altuve's numbers on the road, he hit 400 on the road. He didn't cheat nobody of the MVP. He earned that MVP. He's a 6-time All-Star, 3-time batting champion, MVP, 5-time Silver Slugger. He's been doing this for a long time, Ken, for a long time. So for me to go out there and for him to go out there and defame Jose Altuve's name like that, like, it doesn't sit right with me, because the man plays the game clean, and that's easy to find out, Ken. Mike Fiers broke the story. You can go out and ask Mike Fiers, did Jose Altuve use the trash can? Did Jose Altuve cheat to win the MVP? And Mike Fiers is going to tell you straight up, he didn't use it. He was the one player that didn't use it. Josh Reddick, Tony Kemp, those guys, they didn't want the trash can at all, at all. So when he sits there and talks about Altuve, it's not facts. It's not facts. The reason Jose Altuve apologized to the media was for being part of the team and for not stopping it. But he's not apologizing for using the trash can. He's not apologizing for cheating, because he did not cheat. And this is easy for you to find out, Ken. You can ask around. You're a great reporter. You can ask Mike Fiers. You can ask the players that are not with the team anymore that went in 2017. Jose Altuve earned that MVP, and he's been showing it for years.
Okay, 2019, the buzzer. Bellinger also questioned Altuve's actions after he hit the home run to clinch the ALCS. He questioned why he refused to have his jersey ripped off and believed that maybe that was the reason.
I want to address that as well.
Go ahead.
2019, nobody wore buzzers. Nobody wore buzzers. That's a lie. The reason Jose Altuve didn't want to get his shirt ripped off, I'm going to tell you. Earlier in the year, he hit a walk-off at Minute Maid Park. I ripped off his shirt with Tony Kemp. There is pictures of that. There is videos of that. You can go look at it. I ripped off his shirt. His wife told my wife, why is Carlos ripping Altuve's shirt? Like, I don't like that. I don't like that. So when he's walking, so he's running from third base to home plate, I'm the guy up front. I'm the guy up front, the first one waiting for him. He's like, don't take my shirt off. The second reason that he don't want me to talk about this, but I'm going to say it, is because he got an unfinished tattoo on his collarbone right here that honestly looked terrible. It was a bad tattoo. And he didn't want nobody to see it. He didn't want to show it at all. So one, he didn't want to take his shirt off because his wife had told my wife early in the year for me to not do that. So he was telling me to not do it. And number two, he had an unfinished tattoo that looked kind of bad that he didn't want people to see and people to talk about. That was the reason. But Altuve has never cheated. He didn't cheat in 2017 when nobody knew about the system. Well, he cheated in 2019 when he knows people are going to be talking about what happened in 2017. Altuve has played the game clean, always, always. He earned the MVP. He hit that home run of Chapman, fair and square. He was not wearing buzzers. That's a story that a fake account on Twitter broke off. And then people just got on that wagon and started talking about the buzzers. Like, no, nobody thought about buzzers. Nobody was using buzzers.
I would say everyone in the show, in the big leagues, lost respect for those guys. But then again, there's also a time where people do make mistakes. And, you know, you feel success, you're getting money, you're getting MVPs. You know, it's hard to turn that down. So you do make mistakes. I think that there is a way to get over it because everyone does make mistakes. But, you know, they just got to go out, be themselves. And they're a damn good team without the trash cans. You know, they would have had all-stars without the trash cans. Those guys are great players. I think everyone respected what they did. But now, man, it's like, you know, what's real, what's not. So it's a tough situation to be in for them. I don't know. I don't know many people that respect them right now.
You said they've been cheating for 3 years. So do you think they cheated in 18 and 19?
I mean, 100%. I don't know why they would stop.
And that's just sort of your rationale that why would
Yeah. Yeah, I mean.
Or do guys talk about it around the league? Like, hey,
yeah, I mean, they've been cheating we do whatever. We're like, man, they got something going on in Houston. Like, these guys are a different team at home. And then it came out that they're doing this, so it's obvious.
Stop there, you don't think it's 17 or, you know, these guys are also saying like in the playoffs they weren't cheating in 17.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say. I don't know what the interrogation room said. I don't know. Those guys haven't came out personally in public about what they did and didn't do, so it's hard to say.
You see Altuve grabbing his jersey after the game winner off Chapman saying, don't rip my shirt off. What do you think?
I don't know what human hits a walk-off home run against Aroldis Chapman to send your team to the World Series. And one has the thought to say, don't rip my jersey off, but two, go in the tunnel, change your shirt, and then come out and do your interview. Like that makes no sense to me. It makes zero sense to me because I know me. Gary Sanchez said yesterday, you can rip my shirt off, my pants off. I sent my team to the World Series off for Aroldis Chapman in the ninth inning at home. You can do, you know, I'm going crazy.
What would Nick Punto have done if he was a teammate?
I don't know.
He was known as the shredder.
Oh, probably would have tore my jersey off then.
Was there anything to be said or done to make you feel like, you know what, okay, this is fine, this is better, this is, you guys sort of
I just said it that right now, where I'm at is 2020. We just traded for Betts. We got David Price. Our lineup is stacked. Our pitching staff is stacked. Our bullpen is stacked. We're going to play our game. We're going to be really good this year. I'm really excited to get this season rolling with the guys that we have in this clubhouse. And it starts on Monday. I mean, technically it starts today with our pitchers, but we got a great group here of players and people. So I'm excited to get this thing rolling, man. I don't think I've been this excited for a season in a long time.
it's tough. They cheated, and just I don't agree with the punishments. The player's not getting anything. There was a player-driven thing. It sucks too, because like you said, a guy's career has been affected. A lot of people lost jobs. It was tough. It would be me going up to the plate knowing what's coming. It'd be pretty fun up there. So it's just like I said, it's a lot of guys lost respect for some of the guys, and it seems like every day something new comes out. So just trying to explain what happened. You read a lot of stuff in the paper, and once you read something, a lot of people jump to that conclusion. But sometimes it's right, sometimes it's false. It's like I said, it was a tough off season to see that as a baseball player, and you just hope Major League Baseball cleans it up, and we play good baseball from here on out. If you know what's coming, it's going to definitely help you. I think that's it's tough. You're taking the trophy away, taking the rings away. I think they should definitely do something. I don't know what, but just to cheat like that and not get anything, it's sad to see for sure. I didn't notice the bang. I noticed the banging off the bat in center field. It just seemed like they weren't missing pitches, and it was just it's frustrating, because you got guys in here battling, coming to the ballpark every day, working on stuff, and they make a nasty pitch down and away. I mean, I can't tell you when this happened, but I'm sure it did. I can't imagine what the pitchers feel like, knowing going in there, and you never know what it. It's a mental game. You go on a stretch where you're doing good, and if you went to Houston and got banged up, it could mentally drain you. It's just sad to see. Just to cheat like that. It's tough. Like I said, if I was up at the plate and I knew it would be fun for sure, but it's cheating. So it's tough to see, to do that, and then obviously the GM got fired and Hinch got fired, but just the players not getting nothing. I mean, that's definitely not right. I thought for sure. Yeah, but they obviously they had something to know that they were cheating. So I don't know. It's just it's a tough subject to talk about. Like I said, they cheated the game. They just cheated players, cheated. It's just tough to see. Hopefully they, I don't know. It's like I said, it's an ongoing thing. Every day I come out, I see something in the papers. It's something new every day. So, I think that
going forward,
I think everybody wants to be a level, clean playing field. I didn't know it wasn't until this stuff came out. And then you realize, hey, when we played them at home or whatever it was, they were hitting a lot of ball. They got great players over there for sure. So it's just something was
just watching their apology yesterday too. There's no sincerity. There's no genuineness when it comes.
That have said their piece. A lot of big name guys. We heard Mike Trout talk yesterday. To hear that you've lost respect for the best player in the game like that hurts. That hurts. And so I think the message is getting sent loud and clear that this is unprecedented. This type of thing is never happened before, and people are upset. A lot of people feel cheated, and rightfully so. The only thing I will say now is that we got a great season coming up. Everybody's really excited about baseball. Baseball's in a great spot. We got a lot of incredible players. I love baseball. I'm excited about it. And I'm just thinking about the 12-year-old kid at home, that hears all this stuff and is, it's hard to decipher. It's just a lot of negative, and rightfully so. It's a lot of stuff that's going on that shouldn't have happened, but at the same time, this season's going to happen. We're excited about it. This team is excited. There's going to be a lot of great baseball. I'm fired up for something
deep in your heart and the passion.
Yeah, I talked to all you guys, a lot of the media a few days ago, and was trying to kind of diffuse it and wanting to move forward. But the more that's come out and the more that's being said, the more frustrating it gets for us. So I know Cody had his comments. He didn't have a chance to speak at FanFest like everyone else did, and he got off his chest what he had to say, and I think he had every right to say what he said. I think a lot of players around the league are feeling the same way, and I know every guy in this clubhouse supports him and what he said. So it's snowballing. I think it's pretty obvious that whatever the commissioner thought he didn't do it very well.
And it's obviously taken to another level where it's people that don't follow baseball, they're hearing this and going, this is not right. People that are, it's kind of transcended sports a little bit.
Well, I think it all comes down to everyone keeps saying the facts. You don't know the facts. These are the facts. I don't think anyone knows the facts. I think everyone just wants to hear all the facts. And I think that, the commissioner didn't do a good job of revealing all the facts to us. I still think there's some stuff that maybe we don't know.
The commissioner's trying to diffuse it, just like you said. Even Dave yesterday said he wants to move on. You guys, it doesn't sound like you're ready to move on, even though that's the message everyone's trying to push out there. What do you think?
I just think that, it could have been handled differently, and the game would be in a different state right now if it was. I think, listening to the commissioner's interview yesterday, talking about precedent, talking about there's never been a precedent. It's because it's never happened before. It's the first time in the game, to my knowledge, that this has happened, and he just set the precedent. He set a weak precedent. So now anyone who goes forward and cheats to win a World Series, they can live with themselves knowing that, it's okay. It's just going to be, we'll cheat in the World Series and bring the title back to LA, and, screw Dave Roberts and screw Andrew. Like, it's just those guys losing their job. Like, I still get to be called a champion the rest of my life. So the precedent was set by him yesterday, or in this case, and it was, as Cody said, a pretty weak precedent in my opinion.
Would you call this a full-blown crisis? Is MLB in crisis because of this?
I don't know. I know it's not getting any better. So I just think it was mishandled, and trying to justify it by saying their intentions. The commissioner's intentions were to hurt players' feelings on the Astros, and that he thinks that's good enough. It's just mind-blowing to me. I don't know. And also on top of that, calling the World Series trophy a piece of metal. I don't know if the commissioner's ever won anything in his life. Maybe he hasn't, but the reason every guy is in this room, the reason every guy is working out all off season and showing up to camp early and putting in all the time and effort is specifically for that trophy, which, by the way, is called the Commissioner's Trophy. So for him to devalue it the way he did yesterday is just tells me how out of touch he is with the players in this game. And, at this point, the only thing devaluing that trophy is that it says Commissioner on it.
Do you think that there's more pressure and you guys talk about it more and people talk about it more, he can finally wake up and do something about this?
I think it's pretty obvious what everyone thinks should happen.
Right.
No one in this clubhouse or in this room is asking for a trophy to be handed us by any means. We want to earn it. We want to earn it the right way. We want to, like I said at FanFest, we want to be the last team standing. We want to catch the last out. We want to pop champagne and dogpile on the field, and we want to have the parade in LA. But at the same time, we understand how difficult it is, to win a World Series. It's hard. It's really hard, and it's something that you have to earn. And obviously, as the report showed, as all these guys from their club over there are coming back and apologizing and, trying to make amends for it, it's pretty evident to me that it wasn't earned. And it's not something that, a banner should be hung in their stadium. A trophy should be put up wherever their trophies go, They shouldn't have a ring. A World Series championship is earned, and it defines careers. It defines people's careers. You can be. I'm a Dolphins fan. One of my favorite football players is Dan Marino. And what's the biggest knock on Dan Marino? Right? So winning a championship is career defining. And it's something that's earned, in my opinion.
It's still outstanding, the report on the 2018 Red Sox.
We can't talk about that.
At all. All right, so what should happen? You haven't put exactly into words what the punishment should be for the Astros. What do you think it should be?
I think I made it pretty clear.
Should they vacate the World Series win? Should the players be banned? Should the team be banned from postseason? What do you think?
I didn't talk anything about banning. I think I made it pretty evident that I think what should have happened was, the commissioner vacated their championship, and then we move forward. And we don't have to worry about guys getting hit. We don't have to worry about anything. It's taken care of.
What's your reaction? I mean, the commissioner kind of said yesterday, like, if guys start getting hit, the punishments are going to be pretty heavy. I mean, do you find it ironic at all that that's where those are the guys going to be getting suspended?
Actually, I find it very ironic because he talked about how dangerous it was to throw at a pitcher or to throw at a hitter. But do you realize how dangerous it is for a pitcher to be pitching in a game when the hitter knows every pitch that's coming? There's a reason when we go out here on the field today and we take live batting practice, there's an L screen in front of our pitchers because guys know what's coming. So you want to talk about danger, that's dangerous. And we've had plenty of guys, get seriously hurt by taking line drives, off the head, off the face. So you want to talk about dangerous, that's dangerous.
It's a Blue Jay reliever. His name is Mike Bolsinger, and he is actually entering the mix with a potential precedent-setting civil lawsuit. So Bolsinger was pitching for the Blue Jays on August 4th, 2017 in Houston. The Astros hit him for 4 runs, 4 hits, 3 walks, and 1/3 of an inning, 29 pitches. And Bolsinger told USA Today, I don't know if I've had a worse outing in my professional career. I remember saying it was like they knew what I was throwing. They're laying off pitches they weren't laying off before. It's like they knew what was coming. That was the thought in my head. Felt like I didn't have a chance. Astros won 16-7, and it ended up being Bolsinger's last appearance in the majors. He was demoted by Toronto the next day. On Monday, today, he fired back, filing a civil lawsuit in Los Angeles Superior Court, accusing the Astros of unfair business practices, negligence, and intentional interference with contractual and economic relations. According to the suit filed by Ben Macelis of Garagos and Garagos in Los Angeles, Bolsinger stated that the Astros' unlawful and tortuous business practices have had consequences far beyond wins and losses and strikeouts or home runs. It could have cost him his career. So he is seeking damages in 3 distinct lanes with the suit, including for himself. He's asking the Astros to forfeit the nearly $31 million in bonuses from the 2017 World Series championships, with the funds instead going to charities in Los Angeles focusing on bettering kids' lives. He also wants to create a fund for retired baseball players who need financial assistance. So that makes it actually look pretty good, Don, because he's not looking to gain anything for himself.
But that's what we're looking at here. We're looking at lawsuits being filed. I still think you might see some people decide that maybe bet on games now that gambling is legal in certain areas. Do they have a kick coming? I don't know, but that's opening up a whole Pandora's box. Did you